Peace and faith, fam. Welcome back to another episode of Spoken Sean. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I'm so glad God has allowed me to pop up on your screen each and every morning by God's grace and God's faith. I get up here and I share the good news. Hit that follow button. We don't talk about the problems, only the promises of God. Today's title is God Requires Discipline, Not Just Belief. That is so powerful because God does require discipline, not just belief. The word says they honor me with their lips, but their heart is not of mine. Faith without works is dead. It's 2026, March 9th. Stop talking. The results will be in the work. Faith without works is dead. The proof is in the pudding. Faith can't be manifested until it's tested. See, the power of a seed is so important. That's the title of my second book. Because if you got faith the size of a mustard seed, oh man. But that seed must be planted, it must be watered, and it must get sunlight. See, there's a little bit of steps that you got to do. You got to be a participant in your own salvation. So each and every morning we get up here holding each other accountable. If one can chase 1,000, two can put 10,000 to fight. I ain't even really talking about you and me. I'm talking about when you partner with God. Oh man, mountains will move, seas will part, bills will be paid in full and you ain't make no payment on. I receive that in the name of Jesus. I don't know who's in debt, but I declare debt free right now in the name of Jesus. You got to speak those things not as though they were. Let the rich say, let the poor say I am rich. See, I already know how my voice is. Let the weak say I am strong because we are powerful. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. And I'm up here each and every day reminding you of that. Again, today's title is God Requires Discipline, Not Just Belief. I'll be reading from Psalms 39:1 in the NLT if you would like to follow. I said to myself, I will watch what I do and not sin in what I say. I will hold my tongue when the ungodly are around me. Here's what I heard. God would rather you talk to yourself than talk to everybody else. Words were created for communication and for creation. For death and life is in the power of your tongue. So I asked myself, when was the last time you had a real conversation with yourself? You're not crazy for talking to yourself. It's actually crazy if you don't. Be quick to listen and slow to speak. That has nothing to do with your ears and everything to do with your spirit. Bad company corrupts good character. Stop letting enemies, your triggers, and old thoughts trick you into engaging in foolishness. I will watch my ways and not sin with my mouth. Taking full accountability is the first step. When will you be the man you said you were? When will you do what you said you would do? Many want the title, but not the responsibility. Most people are living a life that sounds good, but the reality is exhausting and unfulfilled. We work harder on building a better life than we do at building a better covenant with God. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight of God. If you wouldn't say it to your boss, you definitely don't need to say it to me or your spouse. We've mastered biting our tongues for a paycheck, but have no problem extending that same tongue to those we claim to love. Every conversation does not require your opinion, and since it is your opinion, you should probably keep it. Christians can be the worst than the ungodly. Nosy, newsy, messy, always in other people's business and quick to judge. God is telling some of you to stop speaking to people who refuse to listen. Stop overextending yourself to family that thrives on turmoil and chaos. You're not being kind. You're enabling. You're not helping. You are causing and feeding the problem. Everyone does not deserve your attention. Everyone does not deserve your words. Self-control is not optional. It is mandatory. I will not engage with the ungodly even when I'm in their presence. God will leave sin around you just to test your growth, not to excuse your weakness. Bad music, poverty mindsets, drugs, alcohol, drama, gossip, laziness, narcissism, cussing, fussing, fighting. It should offend you because it offends God. You should have a problem when people talk and speak like that. You can stand up for God without opening your mouth. Sometimes silence is the loudest form of obedience. Wealth whispers, but poverty screams. And I choose discipline over noise, covenant over comfort, obedience over opinions, and growth over family dysfunction. I hope this message encouraged you. Hit that follow button.